Выводим мирное население из направления Константиновка.
Konstantinovka is back in focus. Not because of a new missile, not because of a dramatic battlefield breakthrough, but because of something far more revealing in urban war. Civilians still trapped inside the battle zone. Russia has released new claims saying its troops evacuated civilians from Konstantinovka. One account describes a family with a child found inside a damaged building. Another says Russian assault units evacuate civilians whenever they come across them near the front. If even part of that is accurate, then the message is clear. The fighting around Konstantinovka is no longer sitting at a comfortable distance from civilian life. It is close enough that people may still be sheltering inside ruined homes, waiting for a chance to get out. And that matters, because once a city starts producing stories like this, it usually means the battle around it is no longer just about troop movements or artillery pressure. It means the war is starting to press directly into civilian space. That is the real signal here. Not simply that an evacuation took place, but that Konstantinovka may be entering a harsher phase of the war. Leaving a war zone sounds straightforward. In reality, it is often the hardest part. A road may look safe for an hour, then become unusable the next. A damaged house may still be standing, but the streets around it could already be under drone observation. And a route that works in the morning may become lethal by the afternoon if the line shifts by just a few hundred meters. That is why these reports matter. According to the Russian version of events, some civilians were still hiding inside heavily damaged buildings and had to be guided out of danger. That suggests at least some residents may not have fully left the combat area. And in a city battle, that changes everything. The presence of civilians complicates movement. It increases the risk of misidentification. It narrows the options available to troops operating nearby. And it turns every local action into both a military and humanitarian problem at the same time. So the core of this story is not really about who evacuated whom. The real point is that Konstantinovka may be moving into a phase where the front line and civilian life are colliding directly. That is when a city becomes more than a battlefield objective. It becomes a live crisis zone. The most revealing part of these claims is not the evacuation itself. It is the method. In one of the accounts, the family was reportedly located and guided with the help of a drone. If that detail is accurate, it tells us something important about how this war now works. Drones are no longer just strike platforms. They are not only tools for surveillance, artillery correction, or FPV attacks. They can also become search tools, navigation tools, even evacuation tools. And that matters because it tells us how dangerous the ground situation may already be. If civilians have to be found from the air, if safe routes have to be monitored by drone, if movement on the ground depends on real-time aerial oversight, then the environment below is already highly unstable. That means Konstantinovka is not simply near the front. In some areas, the front may already be pressing right up against civilian shelter. And that is why stories like this matter. Not for the drama, not for the propaganda value, but because they reveal the density of the battlefield. They show how close combat activity may already be to ordinary homes, ruined buildings, and the last pockets of civilian presence still left inside the city. If we strip away the noise, the message is fairly simple. Konstantinovka appears to be under growing pressure. And if these evacuation claims are broadly true, they suggest that fighting around the city is now creating direct risks for civilians who have not yet left. That does not automatically prove every Russian claim, and it does not tell us the full tactical picture on its own. But it does point to one important reality. Konstantinovka is no longer just another name on the Donbass map. It is increasingly becoming a place where military operations and civilian survival overlap in real time. And when that happens, it usually means the pressure on the ground is rising. So the real question is this: do evacuations like these suggest that Russian forces are pushing closer to Konstantinovka in operational terms? Or do they simply show that the battle around the city is becoming more chaotic, more compressed, and more dangerous for anyone still left inside it? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd really like to hear your read on it. And if you enjoy this kind of calm, sharp, no-nonsense military analysis, support the channel with a like, a subscription, and notifications turned on. That way you won't miss the next breakdown. And as always, this video is based on publicly available reports, official statements, and open-source battlefield claims. Some wartime claims cannot be independently verified in real time. And the purpose of this video is analysis and context, not endorsement of violence or propaganda from any side. See you in the next one.